Imagine this. Deep in the heart of Africa, beneath the thick canopy of the rainforest, the ground trembles with a distant thud of footsteps. A shadow moves through the mist. Massive, powerful, and commanding. It's a silverback gorilla, the undisputed ruler of his domain. But just beyond the trees, another force stirs. A troop of chimpanzees, agile, clever, and armed with the one thing even raw power fears: intelligence. The jungle grows silent. The air crackles with tension. What happens when the largest, strongest primate crosses paths with one of the smartest and most aggressive? In this ultimate face-off, chimpanzee versus gorilla, who would truly win in a battle between these great apes? Gorillas and chimpanzees share more with us than you might think. Both are members of the great ape family, alongside humans, bonobos, and orangutans. They share an astonishing amount of DNA with us. Chimpanzees are about 98.8% genetically identical to humans, while gorillas are around 98%. But make no mistake, these are not gentle cousins. They are wild, powerful, and built for survival. The gorilla, the largest primate on Earth, is truly a giant among apes. An adult male silverback can weigh anywhere between 350 and 500 pounds and stand up to 6 feet tall when upright. Their chests are broad, their arms massive, and their entire bodies built for crushing strength. Despite their intimidating appearance, gorillas are typically gentle herbivores, spending most of their days eating leaves, stems, fruits, and bamboo shoots. But beneath that calm demeanor lies explosive power. When threatened, a gorilla becomes one of the most formidable creatures in the animal kingdom. Now, enter the chimpanzee, smaller, lighter, but far more volatile. Adult chimps usually weigh around 90 to 130 pounds, but don't be fooled by their size. Pound for pound, a chimpanzee is incredibly strong. Some studies suggest their muscles are several times more efficient than those of humans. And unlike gorillas, chimpanzees are omnivores and hunters. They have been observed forming groups to chase down smaller animals like monkeys or even other chimps. They're cunning, territorial, and often violent, showing both high intelligence and shocking brutality. So while the gorilla is the powerhouse, the chimpanzee is the tactician, and that difference will play a huge role in this hypothetical clash. When it comes to brute strength, the gorilla is in a league of its own. A single adult silverback possesses immense upper body strength, capable of bending iron bars, tearing down banana trees, or snapping thick branches effortlessly. Estimates suggest that gorillas can lift over 1,800 pounds, roughly 10 times the strength of an average human. Their bite force is equally fearsome, measuring around 1,300 pounds per square inch, psi, stronger than that of a lion. This bite can crush bamboo stalks or even tough wooden vines. The chimpanzee, however, is not without its own physical prowess. Though smaller, its body is densely packed with fast-twitch muscle fibers, giving it explosive speed and power. A chimp's bite force measures about 1,200 psi, nearly on par with the gorillas, and they are known to use their teeth as weapons in combat. But in a straight contest of size and strength, there's little question. A gorilla would dominate a single chimp physically. One swipe from a gorilla's arm could easily knock a chimpanzee off its feet or worse. Yet, strength isn't everything. The chimpanzee doesn't rely on brute force alone. Its greatest weapon lies in something far more dangerous: strategy. Chimpanzees are among the most intelligent animals on the planet. They use tools, plan hunts, and coordinate attacks with an understanding of teamwork rarely seen in the wild. Scientists have documented chimpanzees crafting spears from sticks, sharpening them with their teeth, and using them to hunt. They communicate through complex vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions, enough to plan ambushes and divide their troops during attacks. In the wild, chimpanzees have been seen engaging in organized warfare against rival groups, complete with scouts, frontline attackers, and ambushers. Their intelligence allows them to assess opponents, exploit weaknesses, and strike at the right moment. This is where things get interesting, because in a fight against a gorilla, a single chimp would stand little chance. But a troop of chimps, working together, could become a deadly force. Gorillas, by contrast, are not as aggressive or strategic. They are primarily peaceful and rely on intimidation displays to avoid conflict. A silverback will pound its chest, roar, and charge in a show of dominance. Most animals, even leopards, back off at this display. But if pushed into a real fight, a gorilla can be terrifying. Its rage is explosive and destructive, but short-lived. Unlike chimpanzees, gorillas don't plan their attacks, they react. This difference between reactive and proactive behavior could decide the outcome in the right situation. For years, the idea of chimpanzees and gorillas clashing was purely theoretical. But recent observations have changed that. In 2021, scientists studying wildlife in Longo National Park, Gabon, documented something astonishing: violent encounters between chimpanzees and gorillas. In two separate incidents, troops of chimps launched coordinated attacks on small gorilla families. These weren't random scuffles, they were organized assaults. The chimps, numbering over 20 individuals, surrounded the gorillas, cut off their escape routes, and struck with deadly precision. In the end, this battle is not only a clash of strength but of psychology. The gorilla, the calm and mighty protector, versus the chimpanzee, the intelligent and ruthless opportunist. The gorilla wins in physical might, but the chimpanzee wins in tactical warfare. Nature rarely allows these species to meet in conflict, but when they do, it's a fascinating and brutal reminder that intelligence can sometimes rival strength. So, what do you think? Could a clever, aggressive troop of chimpanzees truly overpower a gorilla? Or does raw power still reign supreme? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear who you think would win in this ultimate jungle showdown. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the wild, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another animal face-off.